Testing. Testing.
So after they get done with the mound meeting, we'll get straight.
Testing. Testing. Shoot, the audio's not coming through. Testing. There we go. And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Jacobs Field for a fine afternoon of baseball. I'm Austin Levin. With me is Coach Lewis, and we're here for what should be a great matchup between the Miller Mavericks and your St. Christopher Saints. Coach Lewis, what are your thoughts heading into this one?
Hey, looking forward to it, Austin. Should be a good game. I know we lost to Miller up at their place maybe a month or so ago, and that was a good contest as well. I think they had the bases loaded there late in that game, so coming off a win against Fuma as well. So hopefully the Saints can continue to play well. And Christian Gray actually had a great outing against Collegiate last Friday. So looking forward to seeing him pitch here at home.
And I believe he was also great against Miller, too. He was on the mound in that game, low-scoring affair. Christian Gray, he's been exceptional all year. He's only a freshman, filling the number 2 spot, and he has been exceptional. Now up the bat here for Miller to start the day off. It's the shortstop, Jackson Ingram. As Christian Gray, maybe only one bad outing all year, as he's been exceptional at that 2 spot. He's been the Saints have needed pitching, and he has stepped up in a big way. Younger brother of St. Christopher Senior Jacob Gray, who's not in the lineup today. Fastball right down the middle, strike. A nice throw from Christian Gray. Gray, another fastball, pops it up. Well, foul. Just like that, Christian Gray ahead in the count 0-2. 2 fastballs here from Miller to start with Ingram, and he's located them quite well.
Pitchers count, that's what you want here for Gray. Don't want to give the batter here a good pitch to look at. We'll see what he throws.
Absolutely. Saints are 11-8. Miller is 17-12. Both teams winning records, and both teams exceptional ball clubs. Fastball low, just misses. Haven't seen a breaking ball yet from Gray, so you probably got to be expecting one here for Jackson Ingram. There it is, off speed.
You called that one, Austin.
It was a nice pitch, just a little outside. It was the right idea. Mark of a good off-speed pitch is it looks like a fastball, and then it just breaks. That's exactly what that pitch did right there. Fortunately, Ingram did not fall for it. Inside, just what was an 0-2 count, now worked a 3-2 count due to some patient hitting right there from Jackson Ingram.
That's exactly the word I was going to use. Good patience for him to get back to a hitter's count.
Gray winds up inside, fastball. Crushed. I think that might have been a ball, though, had he taken that one.
It almost hit the new pavilion, Austin. It's barely open, and he's trying to damage it already, Mr. Ingram. That's not nice, Mr. Ingram.
Well, we'll see what Ingram here does. Another 3-2 count. Gray winds up. Breaking ball.
Great pitch.
Barely tips it off.
Great pitch.
Excellent location of the off-speed right there. You can see why he's been so exceptional all year. That was a beautiful breaking ball right down the middle. A gutsy throw to do on a 3-2 count. And they call that just outside.
Close.
Another breaking ball.
Close one.
And that is a dangerous call. Gray visibly frustrated.
He's not out. He's not out. He didn't get out. Edit out 0. Edit out 0. Clear the count.
Now up the bat, it's the left fielder, number 13, Patrick Rakes.
No. Flat. Clear count. The button, clear count. Button right there.
As Patrick Rakes, the lefty, steps up to face Christian Gray, fouls it off as Ingram ran to try to steal second.
Right. Number 13 up the bat. James, relax. You're okay. Brooks, help him out, okay?
And 0-1 count after a great pitch from Christian Gray, barely fouled off. All speed's been exceptional early. Unfortunately, got a walk call, one I know he's frustrated with as he checks to pick off his man, throws it back to Wally Jones. Ingram well in time. Gray, fastball well inside. Got to be rattling to Patrick Rakes Jr. right there. For Patrick Rakes the second. One count. Strike. Beautiful breaking ball.
I like that
right
breaking
there.
ball today, man. He looks good. Christian's in a groove.
and he's locating it well. He is not missing that strike zone with the breaking ball. Only, I think, one pitch, and it was still a great one. Runners going. Big swing, and they could get him at second. Throw is there. That's going to be a close call. Safe. Struck him out, first out of the day. Christian Gray. You could have argued he should have had 2 strikeouts. Debatable. Debatable play there. 1 out for the Saints.
So actually it's 2 out. Something happened at second. He's also out at second.
Yeah, I think they
So
got him. They called I think they called him that they got him. 2 down.
It didn't look like they got him, but something must have happened at second for him not to get called out. He seemed safe to me.
Interesting. Interesting. He must like change his call as he pops that one up to Knighton, who's going to go throw to first to Wally Jones right there. Saints get out of it. Quick inning for Christian Gray. A strikeout, a pop out, and a throw out at second as we head to the bottom of the first. Saints 0, Mavericks 0.
Hit home runs. What's the pronunciation of it? It doesn't matter. Thank you. No, thank you.
And welcome back as we head to the bottom of the first inning. Bradley Gardner comes up the bat. He'll be facing the lefty, Jake Rexroad.
Number 23, Bradley Gardner.
As Bradley Gardner comes up the bat. Gardner leading off things for the Saints, the shortstop facing the lefty and Rexroad. Fastball, low, catches the inside bottom corner of the strike zone. Interesting here how the Saints fare against a lefty. It looks like a pretty hard throwing lefty too. It's a nice looking fastball right there from Rexroad. Gardner, college baseball player. As we got a 1-1 count, fastball misses up and high. Another fastball, low, 2-1 count. Gardner, very patient hitter, Coach Lewis.
Absolutely, yeah. He's headed to USC Upstate after he graduates from here. Hopefully he can make some magic these next 2 weeks.
Absolutely. He's the leader of the Saints team, captain, and he has definitely handled that mantle as he rips a fastball for a base hit up the center. Nice piece of hitting right there from Bradley Gardner. And Saints have changed the lineup today. Wally Jones, the first baseman, will bat second to face the lefty Rexroad.
Now batting number 7, the first baseman,
Off to a
Wally Jones.
tough start with already a base hit. As Wally Jones comes up the bat here. Jones gets a hold of that one. We'll see. That's going to stay. That's going to stay in there as he sends the fastball to deep left. Rakes the second is there, and just like that, 1 out. Big cut right there from Wally Jones. Unfortunately,
Now batting number 2,
stays in the
left
park.
fielder, Charlie Knight.
Another college baseball player here, Charlie Knighton, up the bat. Feel like waiting to see him at his full potential here this year. We saw last year how well he hit the ball, and you know that when the time comes around, we'll see that same level of hitting from Knighton.
Yes, sir. Also in the Washington College commit. It's actually the school that Coach Tybal went to. If you didn't know that, Austin played lacrosse there. So one of the first students to go to Washington College and actually play athletics.
Yes, sir, and he's going to be quite the baseball player there. Got a great bat and a very good in left field and pretty solid at third base. Can play almost anywhere you put him, which is a skill difficult to have for a lot of baseball players. As fastball misses outside from Rex Road.
Yeah, I think you definitely want to be patient here if you're Charlie. See if he can find it. The more base runners we get, the better.
Absolutely, especially with Bryce Neely on deck. Big power hitter right there. As Rex Road nearly picks off Gardner, throws a little errant, though, to his first baseman, Devin Christopher.
Bradley looks like he's on his move, though, so I think Bradley's going to be safe. Not getting too much of a lead there.
Now, Bradley knows he's not typically, I think, a stealing base type threat. As nice curveball comes in there for
a good pitch.
Strike.
Yep, good pitch.
Good-looking curveball from Rex Road.
The Mavericks have a glutton of pitchers. I mean, they're all loaded. They all can come on the mound and throw some heat and throw some good stuff.
Rex Road, though, one of only I believe one of only 3 lefties they have, which is much more than most teams, considering how many pitchers they have. It is a very small percentage. Knighton rips that one into right, and hard hit right there, but waiting for it was Will Townsend.
Yeah, it stayed up a little too long that time.
Looked like it was going to drop, but Townsend was right there to make the play. Just like that, 2 down for Bryce Neely.
Bryce has had a great sophomore year, Austin.
Absolutely. He had a great freshman year, too.
He did really solid in center field and really good at the plate as well.
Absolutely. Just a very talented athlete. Great on the football team, too. Solid on the JV basketball team. He's just a great all-around athlete. But this is his main sport, and for good reason. He's an incredible baseball player, and he's only a sophomore, which should say a lot about the future of the Saints team. Big swing and a nice curveball from Rex Road. 1-1 count.
And I thought he was going to get a hold of that one.
He swung like it for sure, and I think that's a fastball. He probably does, but that was a really nice curveball from Rex Road. Tries to pick off Gardner. Gardner does not have that big of a cushion, to say the least. The pickoffs may be, you could argue, a little unnecessary. But Rex Road, always got to intimidate the runner a little bit. Can't let him get too comfortable. Rips that one right at Townsend.
Right at the right fielder, yeah.
And the Saints go down pretty quickly. 1 hit from Garner as we head to the top of the second, score 0-0. And welcome back as we head to the top of the second. Your score is 0-0 as we've seen some good pitching in this first inning.
Now batting the third base.
You gotta get that stuff. Come on.
And we apologize for some technical difficulties, as what you missed, a base hit, first hit of the day off Gray. First hit off the day off Gray, and then a ground out, fielder's choice, one down in the top of the second. Aggressive swings of the bat here, as there's one down here, and lays down a bunt is the designated hitter, Caden Richter. Richter at bat, one out. And he lays down a bunt as the DH. Gray, good play, throw to first, covers the second baseman Knighton. And a great play from the Saints, two down. As the bunt is going to move. The runner, I believe that's going to be the third baseman, Sam Yoder, who got the only hit off there, one that dropped over Bradley Garner's head for Devin Christopher with two down.
That's great baseball by Miller to get Devin Christopher up with a guy on third. So hopefully Gray can take care of him.
Absolutely. Fastball's high. Runner on third here, two outs. Big at bat for Christopher, first baseman. Fastball well inside. 2-0 count, hitter's count right here. Sorry, favorable count for the hitter for Christopher. Gray, 3-0. A walk here would not be the worst thing in the world.
It would not. Christopher is a really good player, and that's the first breaking ball that's really gotten away from Christian.
It is. Bell was nowhere near the strike zone. Got to be a little nervous here with runner on third here. You can hear the cheers from the Miller dugout. As Gray, strike, finally catches the inside bottom corner of the strike zone. As 3-1 count for Christopher. Gray, smile on his face now, seems a little calmer. Just need to see one hit the strike zone. And that's going to be a walk.
Yeah, I don't really mind that.
The impact of that walk should be minimal if he can get this guy out. That doesn't advance any runner. You got a runner on third, still two outs. As now 27, it's going to be Jackson Rosales. Up the bat, the eighth hitter for the Mavericks. Two down for Gray. Christopher on first. Yoder on third. Big lead from Yoder. As he pops that one up, that could drop. And what a catch
from
Henry Knighton.
Nice play from Henry Knighton there. Definitely saved a run for sure.
What a play, and that saves a run there for the Saints as Rosales, what should have been a nice base hit. He helps his young pitcher out, And just like that, 0-0 as we head to the top of the third.
Absolutely. We'll be back with you.
This is STC TV, the one and only streaming service for St. Christopher's athletics. From varsity sports to middle school sports, we've got you covered.
They rush the court!
Really nice looking to run.
And he hurls him!
And it is deep.
Out. Saints are state champs. He's got a lot of space. He's
And welcome back as we head to the top of the second inning. The fifth hitter, the right fielder, Willie Hurt, big-time power hitter here for the Saints. Did not have that last year. He put a lot of work in the offseason, and we've seen it this year. Big-time power hitter, Willie Hurt. A lot of big homers this year, and he'll face lefty-on-lefty matchup. Difficult one to have. More beyond that generalization that lefty-on-lefty matchups are difficult, at least when Willie Hurt is concerned.
And another sophomore, Austin, that we're counting on to have a good year, and he definitely has, along with Neely. I believe him and Henry Knighton, all sophomores, have really stepped up, and Wally Jones now as well has started to find his groove. So we're really relying on these sophomores come playoff time.
Absolutely, and we're seeing a freshman, keep in mind, too, on the mound who has been excellent for the Saints, and Christian Gray. This young part of this ball team has got a very bright future ahead of them. 2-1 count here. Rex Road to Hurt. Fouls that one off, 2-2.
Beautiful day for baseball today, Austin. If you're closing around, listen to the stream, please come out here and enjoy this baseball. It's just beautiful, beautiful field. Great job, Bernie Whitlow, Zach Crescent, getting the field ready. It's just awesome day.
Incredible day for some baseball. Really pops that one deep, or what looks deep. No, instead it's going to be right to shallow left as Rake the second is there to make a play, as now the second baseman and the Saints ace on the mound, Henry Knighton, comes up the bat. Made a big-time play at second base to save what would have been a run. Popped up from the eighth hitter, popped up by Rosales, and it looked like it was going to drop, but Henry Knighton had other plans, laid out for it, put his body on the line, and saved the run for the Saints. Just like that, it's still 0-0.
Well, he's a pitcher, so he knows how valuable it is to have good defenders that can make plays for you to, save you from giving up hits. So he definitely stepped up for his teammate.
Absolutely. Great second baseman. Matter of fact, one of the issues for the Saints is when he's on the mound, they don't have him at second base. He's an incredible defensive player at second. Makes tons of great plays there, and he's definitely the most talented second baseman the Saints got on the roster. And that says a lot because of how talented he is. And he also is a very talented hitter, as you see him pull that one into left for the base hit. Second inning in a row with the Saints lead off with the base hit. As the catcher, Joseph Connor, who's normally bats towards the top of the lineup, has been moved down to the 7th spot here today. Saints messing with the lineup here.
Number 1, the catcher, Joseph Connor.
Connor, very patient hitter. Gets on base a lot. And he'll face Rexroad, who's given up 2 leadoff base hits in the first 2 innings.
So what that can do, dropping Joseph in the lineup a little bit, is put some energy down there. Get some guys on base at the bottom of the lineup. And there we go, as we talk about it.
Back-to-back base hits for the Saints. Connor sends a fastball out to left pulls that one as Saints back-to-back base hits. Runners on first and second for John Miles, who gets, I think, his first appearance in the lineup all year. He's gotten some pinch hit attempts this year.
He actually started early in the year. He was hitting as the DH, and they changed it around a little bit, and he hadn't been playing as much. So, but yeah, he's back in.
And
Austin, what about his mustache before you continue that? What's going on with that? You like it?
The stash is definitely something here. Got a
little Magnum PI action.
Little Magnum PI. John Miles, one very strong individual.
Yes, he is.
600-pound, I believe, in either deadlift or squat. I'm not sure, maybe both. He's incredibly strong, and if Rexroad hangs a fastball, hangs a curveball or throws him a fastball down the middle, and Miles is ready for it, he will be having problems, and some people's cars might be having problems as well. Rexroad, 2 runners on here for the Saints. Saints here hitting quite well early. Even the 2 line drives into left. Wally Jones hit 2 line drives to right and a deep fly ball to left. We're all outs, but the Saints been putting the ball in play, and they've been hitting some hard hit balls, which is marks of good hitting here. And it also shows it's got to be a little scary for Rexroad on the mound if you're seeing these guys rip some pitches and continuously send the ball to the outfield. It's got to be a little frustrating for the pitcher, right? You'd rather see slow hit balls on the ground. You better tiny infield pop-ups, strikeouts, obviously. But Saints hitters getting a hold generally of some of these pitches. 1-2 count now for Miles, and just some of them have not dropped here early. Pitchers count here, 1-2 to John Miles. Jack Dam on deck, the 9-hitter.
Man, it was close play.
Sorry, and correction on the leadoff statement. I forgot about Willie Hurt. Got out, but Saints here been able to get hits in both innings so far, as Jacob Gray on to pinch run for the catcher Connor. Got him
Good
looking.
pitch. Yeah.
Nice breaking ball.
Got outside.
Yep.
Got outside of the plate.
And
it was close.
And it came back in, though, too, a little
Yeah.
bit. It looked like it was going to be way outside, but it was a nice breaking ball. And just like that, 2 down for the Saints.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 6, Jack Dem.
It's a great pitch right there from Rexroad. Beautiful breaking ball. Saints here want to capitalize. 2 runners on base. Don't want to leave 2 guys on as Dem takes time right there.
Dem has had a good year. He's mostly been a really good defensive player for the Saints, maybe at third base mostly. But he has a timely bat every now and then, so it would be good to have a single from him.
Absolutely, and I feel like he's gotten better as a hitter all year.
Yes.
I think that what started a little struggling hitting has turned into a lot better as he sends that right to the first baseman, who is there. 3 down. That concludes the second inning. Your score still 0-0. Saints, however, putting bat on ball a lot. Already 3 hits as we head to the top of the third. Teddy's. And welcome back. Top of the third inning as up to bat. It's going to be the second baseman, Ryan Jones, to face Christian Gray, who has been exceptional today and all year, really. And me and Coach Lewis were just talking about this at the break. Things are looking bright for the Saints' future with next year, Douthat, Henry Knighton, and him on the mound. And those guys are only going to get better. And that is going to be a deep tournament-type roster, at least from the pitching perspective. See what the losses of Knighton and Gardner do on the offensive side of the ball. But defensively, it's shaping up to be a very, very great team next year.
And, yeah, you want to manufacture hits and runs. Obviously, that's the name of the game. You have to win. But the more you have pitching that can control the game, the better for you. And you don't have to have as much pressure at the plate to generate runs.
Absolutely. As we sung his praises, he finds himself in a 3-0 count to the 9-hitter.
He is 15 years old, 14 or 15, so it is what it is.
He's got a lot of great baseball ahead of him. And he's going to walk him on 4 pitches as we're back at the top of the order.
That's all right. He had a tough at-bat before and bounced back, so I'm sure Coach will get him back focused.
Ingram got on base in the first inning on a full count, long at-bat, and a curveball that was a bang-bang call. Unfortunately, did not go the Saints' way. They called it a ball. Gray thought it was a strike, and he took a walk. You can clearly tell he's a very patient hitter from that first at-bat. We'll see what he brings here in the second at-bat.
He certainly had the best at-bat of the day for both teams.
Absolutely. Really made Gray work for it. And it worked. He got a walk. Count. Location struggling here in this top of the third inning so far for the young pitcher. See how he responds. Another one just outside. He's missing outside here. It's a consistent pattern. Right, maybe if you're Gray, you want to overcorrect here a little bit as calm down the young pitcher. Nice luxury to have. And you know how capable Gray is. You can see he's just a little nervous. And right, if you're Gray here, you might want to overcorrect here, go inside, but that's a risky thing. Could risk hitting a batter if you do that. Especially if you really overcorrect.
Pitching is so much rhythm, too, and it just seems like he's not in a rhythm right now to start this third inning.
But he was to start the first and the second.
He was. So we just gotta get back into his groove.
Low fastball, but that was much more, I'd say, in line. He's been missing outside. That is down the middle. See if Coach Subandera comes out here to calm down the young pitcher himself if he walks Ingram. Runner thought about going. Another 4-pitch walk as Gray is struggling, and Coach Zimmadere is going to go talk to his guy. You obviously don't want to pull Gray. I don't think the Saints have the pitching depth to be able to throw 3 innings, and there has been no casualties here, if you will. No runners left in, but you do need him to settle down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long outing, and you know he's more than capable of settling down.
Absolutely. Not sure what our pitching is like because the Saints played St. Stephen's on Monday. They played Fuma Tuesday and Friday as well. So this is the 4th game this week, and I'm not sure who is available. But obviously way too early to take him out. But hopefully this calms him down and he can settle in as we have number 13 coming up for Miller.
That's gonna be the left fielder, Patrick Race. Yep, he got out the first at-bat. I believe he grounded into a fielder's choice, I believe. No, correction, that would not be him, but he did get out this first at-bat. That was in the second inning with fielder's choice. Pardon my mistake. As Gray Ready to throw to Rakes here. See if he can settle down. Outside again. Don't know if there's much of a follow-through there from Gray. Be something to note if you're the pitching coach. Why? I think it's staying outside. Got to bring it back and follow through. See, there's a breaking ball. 2-0. Really struggling to locate here. What was all smiles in the first and or pretty much all smiles in the first and second inning here is now much more frustration here, and it's quite visible. There's a fastball, and he was ready for it. That's crushed to deep center, but Neely is there, and he tags for third. Throw is in, and runners are going to advance. Deep fly ball, but you'll take locating, and you'll take an out here if you're the Saints. And I think Christian Gray honestly needed that. The fact that it was not crushed and stayed in, and you got the out, you know you could locate. That's something that you really needed to see. And it's also, I think, a failed opportunity there for Miller. The momentum was right in your hands. It had the young pitcher flustered. And if Gray here, this could be a pretty great situation to bounce back. I know you got runners on second and third, 2 guys in scoring position. But you also just threw a strike, which you desperately needed after 2 straight walks on 4 pitches. So let's see what he got back bounce here, and he does.
There it is.
Curveball. That's right. You talked about pitching being a rhythm. That's the rhythm we need to see him get back into. Perfectly located breaking ball right there, and just like that, it's a 0-1 count to Jack McMullen, who is the son of a UVA assistant coach. Or no, correction, sir. Yeah, the son of an assistant coach at the University of Virginia's baseball team. Talented batter, obviously holding up the 3 spot in the lineup. And that fastball is low. And I liked how McMillan approached that at bat, right? I think he took a time early to start, right? You should tell the pitcher's in his rhythm, maybe throw him off of it a little bit, but I think it did. That fastball was low. Maybe it wasn't that way intentionally, though. Get him to try to chase something. 1-1 count, Gray. Breaking ball is in the dirt, try to get him to chase. Does not work. Good pitch, though, right there from Gray. It started high, came low, looked like a fastball, turned into a breaking ball. That's what the mark of a good breaking ball is. Fastball, grounded out. Run's going to score, but they're going to get the lead. They're going to get the runner at third. And just like that's a 1-0 game here. As Sam Yoder, who has the only hit of the day for Miller up the bat, cleanup hitter. 2 down. So Gray did settle down. The only issue was too little, too late, if you will. At least for the sake of preventing a run. 2 walks put Saints in a tough position. And you'll take only getting 1 run, honestly, if you can, out of that. For the Saints, right? Starts on second and third with 1 out. Is not a good situation to be in. Giving up 1 run would not be the worst thing in the world from that situation. 2-0. You're Gray. You really want this inning to be over here. So you can
good pitch.
Bounce back, and that's a great pitch. Beautiful curveball. That has been his specialty today. Yoder, 2-1 count. Gray. 1 runner on. Another breaking ball. That one's high. Breaking ball has been a very strong point here, but you do not want another walk if you are Christian Gray. You were throwing to a lot of batters and throwing a lot of pitches early on. And as we said, we talked about pitching depth. We've had a really busy pitching week. You do not want to have him go past his pitch count early.
He's got to trust his defense here. He's got to put something across the plate, make him put it in play. There you go. Trust your defense. And sometimes as a pitcher, you're trying to do it all yourself. You want to control the game and get everybody out, but you can't be perfect. Just, put it over the plate sometime and let your defense work.
I also think, right, miss a few pitches you're struggling to locate, and you get in your own head trying to locate. And then you find it even harder to locate. You get in kind of a trap, and that's what Gray has kind of found himself in this desperate battle to locate because he was struggling in this kind of endless cycle, and it's a difficult one to break. And I think he managed to break it for a little bit, but it's kind of a little back and forth there, and location's been an issue here. Fastball, got him.
Yes, sir.
Right down the middle.
Outside corner, yeah.
Beautiful pitch, and Christian Gray escapes with only 1 run as a casualty. Saints down 1-0, but I think the momentum's still with the Saints as we head to the bottom of 3. And welcome back to the the bottom of the 3rd inning, as Bradley Garner comes up the bat with already batting 1 for 1 for the day.
Bradley Garner, the shortstop.
It would be good to get a good response here, Austin. You got your best player, your best hitter up, your D1 guy. Let's get on base and get things going.
Absolutely. And takes one for a ball. Gardner, again, talked about a really patient hitter. One of the reasons why he's such a great hitter. He's got a lot of power, a lot more power for the typical leadoff hitter. Takes another one. But that patience is why he does bat leadoff. He gets on base a ton, not only with walks, but with a lot of hard hit base hits. And he's got the power that very few leadoff hitters have. Played 3rd base last year, now playing short because I believe the Saints kind of need that shortstop figure that Gardner is, the leader of the team. And I don't think we have a lot of guys who have the speed and arm talent put together to play short. Jack Dem would be a potential possibility, but Saints like him at 3rd and occasionally 2nd.
And the question is now with 3-1 count, he caught the inside corner on this one. Are you taking again, Austin, or are you swinging away? If you're Coach Simondera, what do you think here?
Well, I think if you're Zimandera, you let Brad make that decision, considering how good of a hitter he is. But you just got to wait for your pitch. And they have called 2 back-to-back fastballs on that very inside of the corner strikes. Bang-bang calls, depends the official. Generally, I think this consistency is key, and that's a consistent call for him. Loves the inside of the plate. As Gardner rips that one, just foul.
He's got to protect the plate now.
Absolutely you do. If you're Garner here, 3-2 count, don't want to strike out. Prolong this as bad as much as possible, and ideally take a walk or something more. As he rips that one for his 2nd hit of the day. 2 for 2 from Bradley Garner. 2 base hits as leadoff man aboard for Wally Jones, who's 0 for 1 with a deep fly out today.
Now batting, number 7, the first baseman, Wally Jones.
2-0 count. Takes first one for a ball. Saints here. Been able to hit Rex Schroeder pretty well, just not been able to capitalize on it. Trying to lay down a bunt. Interesting decision here. Trying to get in a comfortable, get a runner in scoring position. Be comfortable here for Charlie Knighton, very talented hitter. Saints did not bunt Wally Jones in a tough loss to St. Stephen St. Agnes when I believe someone would have expected that. Zimadera, of course, being the great coach, being the great coach that he is, not going to make, learns from anything that doesn't go well, makes those adjustments, and that's what we're seeing here with trying to lay a bunt down. Right, gotta adjust to the situation and learn. That's what the best coaches do. As he rips one in, which could be a double play, and it's gonna be turn 2. One thing you cannot afford to do if you're the Saints. That's why you were trying to lay the bunt down. One of the reasons why you try to lay the bunt down in the first place, to avoid that double play. And Rex Schroeder's infield comes up big for him as a hard hit ground ball at Jackson Ingram, and they turn 2. 2 outs for Charlie Knighton.
Yeah, that's tough there.
Yeah, really tough break for the Saints. Knighton, see if he can get momentum back here. Strike, nice breaking ball from Rex Schroeder. Base hit from Charlie Knighton. And had he landed that bunt, that probably would have knocked Bradley Garner home. But unfortunately, he will be the sole base runner for Bryce Neely as the Saints look for a 2-out rally here.
Now batting, number 34, the center fielder, Bryce Neely.
A double to the gap would be really nice, just what the doctor ordered here, Austin.
Absolutely. Would definitely, Charlie Knighton not the fastest runner out there, but he is more than capable, I believe, of getting home if Neely puts one in the right place. And of course, there'd be nothing that would be more of a guarantee to get Knighton home than a home run, because he would be home by default there, and that's what Neely more than capable of delivering that on that too. Knighton thought about going, doesn't.
Well, now you got a 2-strike count, so you have to protect the plate. But I'm thinking with 2 outs, Knighton's going to be running regardless. So if we get this thing in a gap, he would score easily because he'd be running on contact. So let's see if Neely can protect the plate here.
And we'll see. Rex Schroeder's got a favorable situation here. Got to be expecting breaking ball if you're Neely as he goes back to first, see if he can get Knighton and get out of that inning early, which he does not.
Austin, I wonder, is Rex Road throwing to first to kind of take the timing up of the batter off as well? Because that can mess with you a little bit as well, you don't know if he's pitching to you or not.
And that would make a lot of sense considering how Knighton is not a threat to steal the base.
No,
you just watched that throw go behind the catcher, and Knighton froze, which shows the lack of confidence in that speed.
Yeah, so I wonder if that's just kind of his thing to keep the batter off balance.
We'll see how that works out for him as he delivers here with an 0-2 count to Bryce Neely, and he misses low with a fastball, 1-2 count. Willie Hurt on deck for the Saints in case Neely cannot get Knighton home here, but does keep the inning alive. Delivers inside, and they're going to call it. He loves that inside corner.
He's calling the inside corner, so we have to adjust. I know Coach Simondera is not pleased. He's not pleased by that, by the call, but now, I'm a coach, so I always tell my guys, you have to adjust to the officiating. You can't worry about how the game is being officiated. You have to figure out how it's being officiated and adjust. And now they're calling the inside corner. We got to protect the plate.
And he's doing it consistently.
And
if you're a pitcher, if you're Christian Gray, you got to be watching that. That inside corner, because Gray's been missing a lot outside when he's missing. And
let's go miss inside. Let's miss inside a little bit. Maybe you get some inside strikes called as well. So we'll see here. Heading to the top of 4th.
And I mean, if you hit a batter opposed to opposed to walking them on 4 pitches, right? You save a pitch. I mean, from a logistical standpoint, St. Cyr can't afford to have Gray's pitch count run up. You're going to miss inside. There's a chance he calls it a strike, and worst case scenario, it's better than walking a guy on 4 pitches. You save a pitch.
Absolutely.
So if you're Christian Gray, you got to learn from that and got to attack inside here. We'll be right back. And welcome back to the top of the 4th inning as the right fielder, number 19, Will Townsend, comes up the bat. Townsend, the 5-hitter. Errant pitch outside from Gray.
It's like he's just maybe losing the ball. It does not, you know, it hasn't been close here coming to the outside, so he's just losing it.
And he's got to realize that the official loves that inside, and he has not attacked that yet. And right,
well,
pitcher that's a fear, right, that you hit the batter. But we just talked about that. You cannot be afraid of that in this particular setting when the official loves that inside corner.
There it is.
And that is a nice fastball right down the middle. A little bit of an off, maybe I think it might have been a changeup, as he so a little speed is off of that. As big swing from Townsend, not going to get it. Billy Wagner, former Houston pitcher for the Astros. His squad's been got like their start for if you're a Miller fan. 1-0 lead as Saints get the first out of the inning. Deep pop fly to, deep pop up to left. A lot of air on that one. As Richter up the bat. 1 out. Fastball.
There we go.
Strike.
There it is. Sometimes you just got to put it down the middle. You know, just put it in there, and trust your defense. So
yeah, if you're not going to attack the inside, you might as well attack the middle because you're not going to get that outside call. And there's an inside pitch, and what a play from Henry Knighton, and he is putting on a show at second base today. 2 incredible diving catches from Henry Knighton, and he needs to be at second base as much whenever he's not pitching because he's been exceptional.
Excellent play by Knighton. You know, not giving up on it, and I love the communication by the Saints as well. You know, told him, hey, it's still in play, you still have a chance to make a play, and boy, he did.
He's putting on quite the show today. Very talented second baseman. 2 diving catches, 2 just like that, 2 down for Gray as going to miss outside.
And I'm fine with that miss. It's because it's under control. You could tell he was trying to put the ball there. So I just think the ball was slipping out of his hand a little bit now. I think he's back into his groove. And look at that pitch right there.
Strike.
Yeah, he's got it back.
Every time that you touch the inside, it's a strike. That is it's honestly a cheat code if you're a pitcher. You see that and you can locate inside today, it's going to be a great day for you.
See, that's the one I don't see how you wipe his hand after that. That's the one I don't like. I don't know if you know, sweaty palms. You're playing Miller School. Their coach is a big time former, you know, major league pitcher. You know what I mean? It's a big event, alumni night. You know what I mean? It's a lot going on. Yeah, it's a lot going on. So, and I can understand that.
And as someone who's called a lot of homies, I don't know if
there it is. Oh, wow.
Just high.
I'm surprised at that one.
That might have been a fastball high. I think he might have gotten that call, but
man,
because it started higher and came down, not able to get the call.
That's a tough one there. I thought he had that one.
Gray's also not pitched at home very much this year. I don't know if I've seen him on the mound yet at home. And tough walk there from Gray. Location been an issue, especially, again, to the outside, as we saw there, as Devin Christopher comes up the bat. Walked in his first at-bat. Sorry. Christopher's just up-bat. He just walked. It's Rosales, and he got robbed of what would have been a drop of a base hit by Henry Knighton, who laid out for it, that would knocked in a run. Inside pitch, big swing, and
There it is, Austin. That's what you asked for.
you notice the pattern, though. The Miller batters, they know how much the ump loves that inside pitch. They will swing at anything inside, and they are very hesitant to swing outside. You can tell Coach Wagner got his, the manager Wagner got his guys right when it comes to, what pitches to swing at, what not today, right? You pay attention to how the ump's going to call it, and they have not swung at anything outside, and they're swinging at everything inside.
Outside pitch that time.
Barely got on the outside corner. That's not one Gray can be comfortable getting, considering how the ump likes the inside, favors the inside corner.
I'll bring that curve back, Austin. I like that curve that missed on that, I think it was a 2-1 count on Christopher's at bat, this past at bat. I like to see that curve again.
The curve has been a really strong suit here for Christian Gray. He's been able to locate that better than the fastball.
There it is.
There's the curve. Popped up.
Good talk by Brad.
Garner gets the Saints out of the inning.
Good talk.
Gray walks one, but otherwise a pretty clean inning as the Saints keep the deficit to only 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the fourth. And welcome back. Bottom of the fourth inning as Willie Hurt comes up the bat. He got out on his first at bat, 0 for 1 for the day. As Rex Road ready to face his batter. Hurt, big time power hitter, made big steps in his game this year. Outside corner, not going to get that call today. That's
Yeah,
one.
I thought that was a strike.
No, if that had been inside, would have gotten it outside. It's generally been a no.
There it is, inside. And it again, I'm not an umpire. I don't know, but you can also see how the ump is lined up. He's lined up inside of the plate.
It's almost as if he's hinting, like, throw the ball inside.
Yeah.
1-1 count for Hurt. Two 1 count.
Willie Hurt, also a talented wrestler.
Did
Just
not,
another good athlete.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
St. Christopher's wrestling program been exceptional. Great to see we got even more young talent there. Outside again, not going to get the call.
Yeah, again, 3-1. Here you go, Austin. You. What are you doing? You swinging away. Willie's had a great year at the plate.
I think if you're really hurt, again, trust him, make the call. Just make the right judgment here. But I'd say generally to swing here, you got to be expecting fastball. Or again, just take one low and get on base. And great to do. I always take a walk, but again, if you see someone you like on a 3-1 count, you can get a pretty, especially with the amount of power behind Hurt's bat. Home run would really be a big momentum shift as well as tie the game up.
Now, number 10's been making plays in the field, so
And
if he
batting,
can, if he and now, yeah, so let's continue to keep it going at the plate as well, and get this thing tied up.
Yeah, it's been an incredible day for second base, looking like Robinson Cano out there.
Are you a Yankees fan, Austin?
I was back in the day.
Oh, okay.
I haven't followed MLB baseball in a long time, but I was a big Robinson Cano was my favorite player for a long time.
He was a good one.
He was. One-0 count, curveball in the dirt from Rex Road as Saints here got a runner on first as
Catcher might have got hit here.
see how this
Checking
all
on him.
works out. It's going to be number 18, Jack McMullen, son of UVA assistant coach. As McMullen recovers, Coach Zimadera is going to talk to Henry Knighton, and the Saints trainer, Miss Robin Eldridge, comes out to
Best trainer in the business.
best trainer in the business.
Yes,
comes out
just
to
going over to check on him.
take a look.
I'm sure he'll be all right.
That was unfortunate. Hey,
There he
looks
is.
just fine. He's right back out.
He's tough. He's a baseball player.
Yeah, he's got enough gear on. He'll be fine. Also using, going to come out and talk to the pitcher, Rex Road.
Smart move. Give your catcher a little more time to get himself together, and also talk to Rex Road.
Yeah, Rex Road, I think, needs it right now. Saints not been able to capitalize, but he's gotten out of some jams here early. Saints left a few guys on, have gotten great starts to almost all these innings. I mean, with one out or no out, Saints generally have at least had one base runner on, I think, in every inning.
Well, the one thing he's doing is not giving up extra base hits. So he's only giving up singles, so it doesn't hurt you. You know, he stays composed. And what year is he, by the way? Is he a
Rex Road is, let me see. Hang on, folks. Rex Road is a sophomore. He's only a sophomore.
Okay.
So he's got more time to develop. He's got
Yeah.
good stuff from the left side, solid fastball, great breaking ball, and that's only going to get better. Knighton here trying to go 2 for 2. 1-0 count. Fastball, got to swing at that if you're Knighton. That is right down the middle. I know you got a 1-0 count, but you're probably not going to see a better pitch than that to hit all at bat. That was a really favorable pitch there. Fastball right down the middle. 1-1 count. Two, 1. Miss outside there. Coach Madera signaling Hurt. Could be a potential steal call here. If you're Rex Road, this might actually be a time to throw back to the base. As a big, gets a hold of that one.
Down.
It's not.
Deep.
Deep.
Didn't get down. That's
right
a good shot.
Center. And
That was a good shot.
not quite. Needed a little more velocity on that one. Either more distance or more velocity. Because they're able to give center field enough time to get that. Or I believe it was either center right field, I'm not sure, but it was right center. One of those guys did a play. As Connor, who's already 1 for 1 with a base hit today, heads up to bat with 1 out. Knighton got a hold of that one, though, which is a good sign
He
here.
did.
And as he gets older, gets even stronger. He's already a strong young man. We'll see that ball next time might be leaving this ballpark.
So Joe singled in his first at bat as well, right?
Um,
Pretty sure he did.
yeah, he did.
Didn't he?
1 for 1 with a base hit.
Yep.
As they're going to go talk to the pitcher again. Rex Road here getting a lot of attention on the mound.
This is the head coach. This is Coach Wagner. So we'll see what he's got here. The head coach is going out.
Houston Astros head coach. Pretty sure he's got some good notes for him. Is he done for the day?
He may be. Yeah.
He
Good
is-
job. Good day from Rex Road. I would
No.
take that.
No base runners. He does have one potential earned run that could be given up, as he will be done for the day, and we'll see who takes his place when we come back. And welcome back on the mound here for the Mavericks. Going to be number 24, Jacob Campbell. And we'll see how they adjusted. Did they make any other defensive adjustments? Let me see. 24 not in the lineup. I believe they did not. Campbell tries to pick off Hurt. Surprised they didn't go for Rexroad a little bit longer. It is only 4 innings. Now maybe Rexroad has a small pitch count, but he's been pitching very well. I think maybe that the deep fly to right center might have scared Wagner a little bit. I mean, it was a very hard hit ball. Could have been harder hit if they wanted to drop, but it was a deep shot to right center. 2-0 count. Campbell finds himself behind to Joseph Connor. Connor 1 for 1. John Miles got a lot of power on deck. Runner goes, and that's fouled. 2-1. Honestly, probably for the better. I don't know. Hurt was close, but it depends on how good that throw is. But it would have been. I think it might have been close.
Yeah, I think Coach Seminara had a hit and run on that play. So I was hoping that Joe would get a hold of one that hitter's count, that 2-0 count.
And unfortunately just fouled off. Fastball way deep. We'll see if that one stays in the park. It will. Another deep fly ball for the Saints.
Man.
And it's not going to clear the park. As someone who, if he just taps the bat, it might go out of the park. John Miles at the bat, and if you are Miller here, I think that if you're Campbell, you might want to avoid throwing a fastball here.
Yeah, be careful with the big guy.
Those deep fly balls from Knighton and Campbell, if John Miles, the deep fly ball is leaving the park, are the odds. Big swing. And a breaking ball. A smart move from Campbell there. And that was a big cut from John Miles.
John Miles, a talented football player as well, had an extraordinary senior season at defensive line for us. Probably the strongest person in the school.
Absolutely. I don't even think it's close. There's not someone in second place. Miles hits it foul. 0-2 count for Miles. You can tell Campbell's being a little careful here. He's not throwing a fastball in the middle or anything. He's not going to do that. He's hit inside corner fastball. First pitch was a breaking ball down the plate to bait him with it. 0-2 count. Keeping Hurt there. You can tell Hurt's been running a lot. That makes sense, to keep him there. Bottom of the fourth, 2 down. John Miles at the bat. Saints down 1-0. Campbell will throw. That's low, 1-2 count. Low and outside. Jack Dam on deck. Hurt is not slow by any means, so if John Miles does hit a double, but definitely got the potential to come around and score. Of course, depends on where the double is hit. Also, John Miles is faster than you would think he would be, too, especially at that frame. He's not slow by any means. One of the reasons why he was so great on the football field. So what you might think would be not be a double, if it goes down the line, John Miles will get to second base, or odds are. Two-two pitch. Inside.
He golfed that one up. It's a pop up, yeah.
And that'll get him out of the inning. Campbell comes in to relieve Rex Roeder. And Saints, unfortunately, do not capitalize on a leadoff walk. As we head to the top of the fifth, your score, Mavericks 1, Saints nothing. And welcome back as we head to the top of the fifth inning for Christian Gray here. Only giving up 1 hit. Unfortunately, a fair amount of walks as well, but 1 hit through 4 innings so far. As the second baseman, the 9-hitter, Ryan Jones, comes up the bat to face Gray. Jones walked in his first at-bat. We'll see how he fares here. Walked on 4 pitches, too. That would be a struggle of an inning for them. And a nice breaking ball.
That breaking ball is working tonight, or this afternoon, I should say, for Christian.
It has been lethal, and they have had no answers for that breaking ball. And another one.
Again. Yes, sir.
Strike 2.
Give it to him.
I mean, why throw a fastball? If they can't touch the breaking ball, it's going to be – there's no reason to even throw a fastball. See if he does. Finally mixes up speeds. Yes, and he does, and he barely catches up to it. That is some great pitching. Credit to Joseph Connor from behind the plate if he's given those signals, because that is exactly how you do it. If you're going to throw 2 breaking balls in a row, you follow it up with a fastball, get him to fall behind speed-wise, and it nearly worked. Inside. Right idea, though, from Gray. 1-2 count. Also got to be a little jarring if you're Jones. But this at-bat here, Christian Gray's got all the control. You can see done everything he's wanted to do here. Breaking ball fouled. The one thing to Jones's credit that he's been able to do is foul off some pitches.
Yes, a great at bat by him to battle back here from an 0-2 count and keep himself alive. These have been some really good pitches from Christian.
Yeah, he's locating everything. This is a big time pitching at bat here for Gray, because he's been doing everything. That's again right where Connor wanted it.
Right where
he's
he wanted
locating it, and that is something that is good. But now here you got to throw something right in the strike zone. You don't want to get 3-2. I think you got to go breaking ball here. And he does, and he's got him. Great at bat from Jones, but unfortunately, Christian Gray that was an incredible at bat. Everything was locating. And we're back to the top of the order with Jackson Ingram, who has walked and I believe got out once.
I love to see that control from Christian and hitting the spots. That's what I was talking about earlier. He just couldn't find it, and look at him now. He is back in the groove. It's awesome to see.
This is awesome. everything is locating here this inning, and this is the type of pitching we need from him. That one is the first miss I think we've seen from him. That was this inning. That one is well outside. I don't think that's where Connor wanted it. 1-1.
There it is. Every
Beautiful
time.
breaking ball.
Every time. It's beautiful.
That one hung more, though, than some of the other ones
It did.
But it was right there, and he wasn't going to swing at it, so there was no harm. Outside, trying to get him the chase, does not. I don't think that's where he wanted that, though. I think he wanted to get him a chase. I don't think he wanted to do it that much. 2-2 count. Christian Gray on the mound. Inside, fastball golfed to left. That's going to drop for a base hit. Knighton not fast enough to get there. Second hit of the day as the leadoff hitter Jackson Ingram gets on base for Patrick rakes the second, the left fielder. And I think you guys went a little bit faster in left field to probably make that play.
Yeah, I was surprised Charlie didn't get to that one. He's probably playing a little too deep to get it, but I thought he would be able to get it before it died.
No, I think that Knighton's more used to third base. He is more than capable at left field, but he is very deep right now. You're right,
Yeah.
and especially for the leadoff hitter. I don't know if that was necessary.
Yeah.
But we'll you have another day. You do have one out here and Gray has been able to locate very well this inning. We'll see how he fares with now runner on.
I like Gray's pickoff move. I think this is the first time we've seen it. It's pretty good.
One of the
quick.
few times.
Yeah, it's quick.
Definitely his main move here. We saw that because he does.
There it is.
Yep, another one, and that is very close.
Ooh, yeah.
And he does not have much of a lead. That move is just very nice and very fast, which you gotta love to see from a freshman pitcher. A pickoff move, that's smooth. That's from the right side. Normally, right, you got that advantage from coming from the left side, but he is a righty, and that is a beautiful pickoff move. Fastball, golfed. Misjudged it, but makes the play. 2 down. Looked a lot deeper than it was actually. 2 outs, top of the 5th. 1 runner on for Jack McMullen, the catcher, son of UVA assistant coach.
Now batting, the catcher, number 18, Jack McMullen.
Saints continue here to keep this a 1-run game. This would be really favorable. Christian Gray just been exceptional. The accuracy's been the only thing plaguing him what would otherwise be a nearly flawless outing. But location has been an issue. And both the hits Miller has have both been plays you could argue that we could have made.
There it is again. That
Beautiful
breaking pitch, that curve, it looks like is befuddling the Mavericks at this point.
It truly is. They have no answer for that breaking ball, and it looks like a fastball almost every time it comes out, and it breaks like almost the last moment. It's a nice-looking breaking ball, and it is very, very difficult for hitters to hit. And you can see why he's been so incredible all year when he's located.
Got him.
What a pickoff move.
Oh,
And that is an errant
threw it
throw.
away. Oh, man.
That's an error, and
That's not going to make Coach
careless
Simondera
one.
happy. It's not going to make him
that
happy.
was a free out. That is a really errant throw, I
We
believe.
saw it. We saw it when he started making his move. We were like, man, that's a good move, and he caught him, and we threw it away. So unfortunate play there for the Saints.
And just sailed the throw. And they're going to call time. I wonder if Christian Gray is done for the day. I personally will keep him in there, but we'll see what happens.
That would have been a big play.
I was just going to talk to the pitcher, but he has been exceptional this inning. He's got all the momentum here, top of the 5th. You got to keep him in there.
Yeah, I think he is.
Especially when you know you're short on pitchers. I say at that point, bag the pitch count. Just keep him
Well,
in.
yeah. Well, you got to protect your pitcher and make sure he doesn't throw too many, but I don't think he has. But here it is, top 5th, 2 out. This is an important play. You've got your 3-hitter, I believe.
Yep.
McMullen is your 3-hitter. So, I think coaches want to say, hey, make sure we be careful. Don't throw him anything that's going to get out of the park. You don't want that. I don't know if he's going to put him on or not, but you just want to be careful here and make sure you And it could have been the timeout just to calm down as well. You know, sometimes you make
Frustrating play,
errors.
yeah.
You make an error, then it brings up another error. You know, that's what you don't want to happen.
And yeah, McMullen here, definitely not going to intentionally walk or anything because they got the fourth hitter behind him. But we'll see Sam Yoder behind him. He's got one of the 2 hits today. Runner's going to go. Throw, not in time. Steals third base. No pickoff move that time. Still 2 down, though. As long as he doesn't steal home here, Saints got nothing to worry about. Or unless, of course, McMullen gets a base hit or something more. And that's something to worry about. Base hit from McMullen. Knocks in Ingram. And just like that's a two-run lead.
And he may have scored. He may have scored anyway without stealing, but that steal was big to get the third and easily score.
Third hit of the day. First hit that I'd say was not like a kind of a pop-up that drooped. The drop.
There you go.
First hit of the day that did not just kind of drop in front of the guy. It's a difficult play. As that's ripped to Garner, who makes the play as Knighton covers second. And that'll do it. One more run. Saints down 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the 5.
I tell you what, Austin, if you told me before the game at 11 a.m. that Christian Gray as a freshman would come out against Miller, a perennial power, and give up 3 hits in 5 innings, I would take it. So I think he's played tremendous baseball, and hopefully here, as we talked about earlier, Dim can get on base and get the top of the lineup going, and we can generate some runs.
Absolutely, and you can argue that second run is not his fault, considering that runner should not have really been
Correct.
on there after Charlie Knighton was positioned too deep on that fly ball, and then to proceed that, Wiley Jones unfortunately sails a throw to the second baseman that would have easily gotten Ingram out and avoided a lot of trouble. So,
well, now we've got Devin Christopher in at pitcher for the Mavericks as well. New pitcher for the Mavericks. Devin Christopher is in. I've seen him throw before. He throws hard. So you'll see this one more pitch here.
You can hear it.
So as I told you earlier, they have just a load of pitchers, and here's another one. I know Devin Christopher is committed somewhere to play. I can't remember where it is, but he can pitch.
And you can see why. Not the tallest pitcher out there, but he's got a really, really hard fastball. He's a senior, really talented here. Saints got guys, though, who can keep up with that. You're going to need, if you're going to look at the Saints, right, and you say a weakness for the Saints hitting, I'd say it's the breaking ball. They're very selective at breaking balls they hit. They rarely swing at them. If you can really locate your breaking ball, if I'm an opponent, that's got to be the weak spot for the Saints batters. They have guys who can catch up with the fastball. They have some who unfortunately cannot, but they got a lot of guys who can, they can get around to that. Bottom of 5.
So Christopher is committed to Lincoln Memorial University, according to Pep Baseball Report.
And he's got a hit.
6'1", 195.
6'1". They have him listed as 5'10" on this roster.
Prep Baseball Report's boosting him a little bit. Then
Yeah.
He's 6'1", 185.
If he's 6'1", 185, I'm 6'2". That is a little bit of a questionable journalism on Prep League Baseball's part. As Jack Dam comes up the bat to face Christopher. They moved around the lineup because of that, as that fastball comes in for a strike. They moved, I believe they're going to actually move Townsend to first, and I wonder I can't see quite see who's in left. Sorry, who's in right.
And I believe McMullen has moved from catcher as well to first.
Oh, correction, yeah, that's
and
McMullen.
He's first, and now 22 is in at catcher.
Yeah,
Who's
so that's the
number
adjustment,
22.
right. That's
Yep.
how they made it. Neil McComb is now going to come in and play catcher. So they really adjusted that lineup. That probably means McComb is now going to come in for McMullen now at first. So I think the DH situation is now, could be potentially void now that you have Christopher playing, and he will come in. McComb will come in for Richter, I believe. But I could be wrong. Let's see how that plays out. Really hard fastball, just high.
A little high, yeah, just a little high. I can see that one.
And you can tell Christopher here he's relying on blazing up by him. I don't think we're going to see many breaking balls from him. I
No.
don't think he has reason to,
Not much.
to do that. But I tell you this, you face Brad Gardner, you cannot throw straight fastballs. He can catch up with that.
It's true.
And he can make you pay for it, too. You think about a hard fastball, you get a hold of it, it's going very far. Strike 3. Just cannot catch up there. Dem trying to be very selective and patient there and like process the pitch. You cannot do that when it's coming in that hard. You gotta put the swing and hope you get something. One out. But I'll tell you this, as we just said earlier, cannot try blowing by fastballs against Bradley Gardner. He's gonna make you pay for it. He is a very talented hitter. He can catch up with almost anything. Fastball and
Power on power.
Right as I called it, that ball I believe is gonna leave.
Oh,
he robs him at the
goodness. Robbed him at the left field fence.
And
man.
We just warned him about doing that. Did not heed my warning and catches a big break there as the left fielder, Patrick Rakes, bails him out. Puts the glove over the fence and makes the catch.
Rakes was so calm as well. He did not panic and just put his glove up and made the play.
Saints bullpen got activity there. See who's coming in.
It looks like Bargatze. Music, 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 music.
As Wally Jones here at the bat, 1 out. Sorry, 2 down. 1-0 count here. No runners on. Strike. And again, if you are not Bradley, I don't know, or Charlie, and probably Bryce, I think that this method of blowing by fastballs is going to work. But it's not going to do that. You cannot be careful. You got to be careful with Knighton, and you got to. And honestly, the score should be 2-1 right now. That was a remarkable play from Rakes, the second, and that was it. Honestly, if the Saints lose this one, that is going to be one play that Bradley Gardner's going to wish he got a little bit more on that one, because that ball was robbed of being a home run.
Good pitch. That's a breaking pitch right there. Something a little different, a little change up.
Also bodes well for Bradley Gardner at the next level, right? The harder the pitch, and you can get around it, and you're going to make him pay for it when you throw fastballs like that. It bodes well for him in his career, because right now not everyone can throw those 90-mile-an-hour fastballs, but you get around that college level like that consistently, it's going to bode a lot for your power.
Full count here.
Full count. Yet to see a breaking ball from Christopher. It's been all fastball. And you got to wonder, is that something he has in his arsenal? And if he's playing college ball, you're not going to be able to blow by. As he just learned with Bradley Gardner, you're not able to do that against every hitter. Inside. That could be an infield single. We'll see how he does. Throw is errant. Safe. And I don't know if that's an error or an infield single. I'm not quite sure.
I would give that an infield single.
Infield single.
We're the home team.
Generous. Yeah,
we're the home team.
Now batting number 2, the left fielder, Charlie.
And here is someone else who you cannot afford to throw straight fastballs down the middle to. Another college hitter, as Henry O'Farrell comes in to pinch hit for the Saints.
Henry's got some speed. I'm going to tell you right now, he can run. Pound for pound, one of the strongest players at St. Christopher's. Really takes strength and conditioning seriously. Only a junior.
And he's got some good, quite the talented older brother.
Yes, great genes. Dad played at VMI. Brother's a star shortstop at UVA, so it's in his blood. He knows what he's doing out there.
That pickoff move is lethal right there from Christopher.
Yes.
That is blazing speed, especially just how hard he throws it. That's got to be hurting the glove of the first baseman right there, showing off that velocity as he throws the Knighton 0-0 count, 2 outs. Knighton.
There it is.
That one, and again, you cannot throw the same.
O'Farrell's going to score on this one.
O'Farrell is
I think O'Farrell may score.
See how it goes.
They held him up.
Hold him
they
up.
held
It's
him
not
up.
going to be there.
It was going to be close.
Big time double from Knighton, and again, this method of just fastballs is it's very dangerous, and it's when you have talented hitters.
Number 34, the center field.
And here's another person it would be ill-advised to throw straight fastballs to. It's Bryce Neely. The curveball changeup, it's got to be something else. Because if you are Devin Christopher, right, this is the part of the lineup you cannot afford just throwing a straight fastball still. Two-out rally here. Chance to tie the game. Tying run is Charlie Knighton on second. He's not the fastest guy out there, but a double here obviously is going to score. And he popped it up. But it's foul.
It's out of here, thankfully.
Out of play.
Thankfully out of play.
Big cut. And again, another fastball. I gotta wonder. Does Christopher have an off speed?
I think he threw an off speed, but I think he throws everything so hard that his breaking pitch doesn't. I mean, you know what I mean? It's still hard. It's not.
It doesn't seem to have much break. It does. It does. It doesn't
moves,
seem to. It just
moves very fast.
Yeah. There's something there. That's something. That's something.
That's a good pitch.
That was not a straight fastball.
Yes.
That has had some movement. It was a two-seam fastball or a changeup or something. It was not the traditional fastball. It had a little bit of movement, but it's more than you've seen before. However, the pitches do not move a lot for him. There's not crazy spin or movement or anything on a lot of these throws, and that's got to be something that, if you're a college pitcher, got to improve. Got him there. And Saints leave 2 runners on after a big-time double from Charlie Knighton, who's put quite the hitting game together. And unfortunately, as we head to the top of the 6th, is 2-0.
Here at SID take our jobs very seriously. With that in mind, we've had to put our freshmen through very rigorous training programs to prepare them for the tough job ahead.
George, his windows are dirty. Can you help us clean them off? Cool, thank you. George, it doesn't go in there. It goes right in the computer. Rookie mistake. Whoa, 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 whoa.
And welcome back. Pitching change for the Saints. Wally Jones comes in. Young sophomore first baseman. Now Scott Butterfield in the game at first. As we'll see how Wally Jones fares here. Jones started in his last outing. Big-time home run hit against St. Stephen St. Agnes that nearly sealed the fate of the game. As the Saints did also have a chance in the bottom of that ending in that game to win. But Wally Jones here, this is a great chance to bounce back here on the mound and respond after a tough last outing here. And you are facing 5, 6, and 7, which is not the heart of the order by any means. I mean, the 5 hitters could be a potential problem, but
well, again, as we talked about, our sophomores need to step forward and help the team here. So all these guys have played travel baseball for a long time. We've been waiting on them to come up to varsity, and now's their time.
Absolutely.
That's a good start.
And that is a great start. Fastball right down the middle. No, Jones is definitely very talented, and mark of a great pitcher is being able to bounce back from difficult moments. And he does right there. He started doing that right there. Beautiful breaking ball.
Like that breaking pitch.
I love that breaking pitch. That is a beautiful curveball right there to Townsend. And it's an 0-2 count. Jones here in command. Got to be expecting another breaking ball here. And it does. Bounces on there. 1-2 count. Townsend did not chase.
Nice. Wally Jones. Yes, sir.
Beautiful pass.
He mowed him down that time, huh?
Absolutely. This is a great start here from Jones as we now head up to batting number 32 That's going to be Dom Cafrilio, and he's going to be now pinch hitting here for. Actually, he might have been the catcher, Garfilio. It might have been, sorry, not Neil McComb. I think it was actually Garfilio who was catching. Yeah. Sorry, it would look like a 2-2 is actually 3-2 as Jones goes to Butterfield.
Nice.
2 down, and a great start for Wally Jones today.
My fault on the camera on that one. I fell asleep. I'm doing 2 jobs, guys.
No,
I'm
busy
doing 2
work,
jobs,
yeah.
busy work. Sorry about that.
Absolutely.
Forgot to move the camera, but
Apologize too. Every once in a while, these outs get ahead of me as well. 2 down here, top of the 6th. Wally Jones has been exceptional here to start.
now
This is the type of start we need from him.
You don't want to mess with Christopher. I mean, he can hit. You don't want to mess with him. So Wally's got to be sharp here.
Christopher can pitch too, as we're seeing here, though he nearly gave a homer to Riley Garner. Made a great play, Patrick Rakes. This is a great game here so far. It's been very evenly matched. Saints have had their share of opportunities.
Nice pitch.
The difference is Miller's capitalized on theirs. 1-1 count, 2 down. Jones.
Good
Fastball,
pitch.
nice fastball right there. 1-2, Wally Jones.
He's dropping down the sidearm sometime and then coming over the top. It's weird.
His
Off
mechanics
balance, yeah.
definitely not consistent, but I think
different.
it works.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
It's almost like a quarterback. You know, you see Aaron Rodgers, he's throwing normal over the top, but sometimes he comes down here, sidearm. So that's what it kind of looks like Wally does.
Defensive angles. It's not like he's got a defender up in front of him.
It's funny. It's weird.
It is. It's definitely different. Normally you see someone throw from that sidearm spot consistently. Or not. And Jones going to miss that one. Not quite the pitch you wanted to see from him.
3-2 count. Got him.
Wally
Beautiful.
Jones, a flawless 1-2-3 inning. And Saints here are only down by 2 heading into the bottom of the 6th. And a chance to make a comeback here. And we'll be right back. And it's Willie Hurt up the bat to face Christopher in the bottom of the 6th. Hurt's got a lot of power, and you know he can catch up with a fastball like that. Or at least I believe he can. We'll find out here very shortly. As Christopher comes over to face him. You know you're going to see fastball. That one misses high. Right, that's got to be something you got to... That's going to be something you got to like here if you're the Saints batter, right? You kind of know what's coming. Simple question is, can you catch up?
That's the inside. That's the inside corner again.
That is not... if he can locate that on the inside, that's going to give the Saints a lot of trouble.
That was a strike. Ball and strike. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, that is something that's going to make it very difficult for the Saints hitters. Catching up with a fastball that fast on the inside corner is very difficult. That's how you also hurt yourself when you get that inside of the barrel on the that lower part of the barrel on the ball. That is not a good sensation to have, especially at 90 miles an hour or so. Check the swing. Didn't get him. 3-1. Christopher doing a better job, though, I think, locating these fastballs. The other ones, they were all strikes, but they were all right down the middle. And you're solely banking on the fact that the Saints hitters could not catch up with, which was definitely not the case. There were a few that could not, but there were a lot that could, as you can see in Garner and Knighton. Ball 4.
All right, we'll take it. Base runners are what we need. We'll take it. Good job.
That also helps, right? Sometimes, let's say we don't get any. That means that we have closer we get to Brad Garner in top of the order, and that's someone that you need up the bat.
And Henry's had a great game, both in the field and at the plate.
1 for 2.
So
nice base hit. He's been incredible in the field, making some incredible defensive plays here today. Helping the score only be 2-0 as we see what Knighton time. Manager frustrated there. See what happens. 0-0 count. Knighton. For 0-0 count. Knighton takes one outside. Another fastball. But again, I still like it if I'm Christopher. It's much more difficult when you're not throwing the fastball in the same spot. You can't just throw the same fastball in the same place every time, which is kind of what he did last inning. However, he is missing the strike zone is the other part of that. And it is 1-0 to Knighton. He loves the inside, but I'll tell you that was way too high, too.
That's 6 straight balls. So there we go. I was just about to say it's probably going to be some kind of visit.
And especially considering he's a reliever, it seems to be. That I don't know how big his pitch count is. I doubt it's over, but at the same time, you never know if you have a guy who, there are pitchers out there who will throw like 10 pitches and they're done. Or at least an inning of baseball and they're done. So we'll wonder how much stamina Christopher has, especially when you're throwing that hard. Got to take a lot out of you at a young age.
So let's talk about Henry Knighton a little bit. Played linebacker for the JV team, one of the best football players that we had on that team. Had a good year there, and then took the winter off to really focus on baseball. Did some strength conditioning, and
he's got a lot stronger. You can definitely tell.
Yeah, he's a big boy. So, we rely on our multi-sport athletes, right? We rely on guys that do multiple things. Look at you. You play football, and you come out here and lead the SID team, So that's the thing special about St. Chris guys.
Absolutely. And Knighton has been very special this baseball season. Been the Saints' ace. Been great on the mound at certain times. Exceptional. And he's been great behind the hitting the ball as well this year. Gotten, again, a lot of these Saints hitters have gotten progressively better as the year's gone on. I think Knighton is one of those guys. Hitting even better as the year's gone on. 2-0 count. Inside and way
taking all the way, yeah. He was taking all the way. You got to take the next one as well.
Absolutely. Make him throw you something and then you get in a 3-1 count, right? You take a strike here, you get a 3-1 count if he can locate it. Strike.
It is.
Yep.
Okay.
There it is. And now he's probably going to come back another fastball right down in that same spot. He doesn't want to give up back-to-back walks. You got to get the bat around. You know what's coming, and see what makes something happen. And he does. Big-time base hit. Heading around, Hurt's going to come to third. And 2 hits for the day for Knighton, and nobody out. Saints got 2 runners on. And a big-time hit from the sophomore.
That's a great piece of hitting by Henry Knighton. I'll tell you what.
Henry Knighton stepped up today in a big way. Not on the mound today, but he's been incredible at second base. Made the best defensive plays we've seen so far today, other than I think maybe Rake's robbery of a home run. And you could argue that the plays Knighton made were even better than that. And now Joseph Connor's got a hit today. Will face Christopher. And Knighton did exactly what I was hoping he would do. He knew it was coming. Easily got it was a little late on it, but it worked. It was a nice base hit. Runners on the corners now. And Saints can cut this to 1 run heading into the top of 7 here. This would
we got no out, Austin. I mean, we gotta get something. We can put a cricket number up here.
You cannot strike out here.
Let's keep that momentum going.
I mean, even a double play would likely score the runner. So I mean,
ooh,
Connor smacks that one foul.
Oh, that's into the bullpen. Some dads were in the bullpen. Almost hit some of them. Some baseball dads. Look like Looks like, yeah, that's his dad, actually. That's Joseph Carter's dad that's in the bullpen. He told him, straighten it out. Straighten it out. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Not very often, though, you're early on a 90-mile-an-hour fastball, so you got to be pretty proud of your son for that. That was a well foul. We'll see what happens. A 1 count. Connor inside. Two
Ooh,
inside. He likes the inside corner, but if you put it that close to him, he's not going to get that.
Yeah.
And it's got to be a little scary, too.
I was still surprised it wasn't called because he's been calling every inside pitch.
I think, though,
I was surprised.
Maybe he's adjusted his expectations when you got a guy throwing 90 miles an hour. That's very impossible to hit at this age. He's now mixed it up, and he switched his expectations to outside, and that's got to be very frustrating for Coach Zimandera. And he has almost had like an epiphany mid-game that he likes the outside corner a little more, and I don't think Zimandera is appreciative of that epiphany. As we'll see, Coach Zimandera is appreciative of that epiphany. And we'll see what happens. 1-2 count. Took a little off that one. There was an off speed right there from Christopher. 1-2 count. Coach Mandera getting Connor right. Connor clearly not happy. Getting him settled down. 1-2 count. Could not really afford here to not put the ball in play in some capacity. We'll see what Christopher does. Fans getting excited. 1-2 count. Fouled off. Keeping the at bat alive. John Miles on deck here. Right, which you can't do. No.
Actually, Butterfield. Scott Butterfield is subbed in.
You're right. Scott Butterfield now playing first. He's on deck. Cannot be patient here for the Saints, so you've got to put something in play. That's low. 2-2. If something is even coming remotely on the plate, you've got to swing at it. This is a big moment in this game. You've got the advantage, and Christopher has got a lot of speed, so it's a difficult situation to be in, and one that is easy to squander. But at the same time, you got runners in the corner and nobody out. You gotta knock someone in.
That's low.
And that is a
big advance by Knighton. Big advance by Knighton. Heads up running. Heads up base running.
That is a big moment because that prevents the double play, unless it's like a line drive into two. That prevents the double play at 2. Three-two count. Full count here. Inside, hits him.
He hits him.
And bases are loaded with nobody out for Scott Butterfield in a big moment. And Saints here have a chance to the tying run is at second. The go-ahead run, Joseph Connor is now at first with nobody out for Scott Butterfield. As we are at the bottom of the order here. Christopher facing Butterfield. Big moment. Butterfield pops it foul.
I like it. Be aggressive.
Yeah, you have to
be aggressive.
You have to be aggressive here.
Scott's a senior. He's been working at it. You know, him and Miles have been kind of exchanging in and out for each other in terms of this DH kind of first base position. Hey, come on. Senior year. Let's go out. Let's go out. Let's swing.
This is a big one.
Go out swinging. Let's go.
Strike.
You gotta swing the bat. It's high, but you got, fastball, swing the bat, you know?
Especially because Butterfield's a taller batter, that high part of the strike zone is a little bit bigger.
Yep.
And that sad reality, he's got to swing at that if you're the Saints. I know it's a bang call, but at the same time, you cannot afford to be patient here. Pressure moves outside a little bit. Was expecting to get him on 3, did not. Throw was a little high, and of course, as Caffarello moved outside. It was outside. 1-2 count to Butterfield. Bases loaded, nobody out. Shaping up to be an epic conclusion to this one in the bottom of the 6th. Low.
There you go. There you go. Working the count. I like it. I like it.
Catcher's moving around here, making things bright. If you're Butterfield, you sense that, you see that. It definitely got you on your toes a little bit. See what happens here. 2-2 count. Did not get it. Maybe would have gotten that early in the game, but it didn't get it then. Again, with Christopher in the game, the inside part of the strike zone, I think the officials kind of realized how impossible it is to not hit 90 on the inside for high school hitters, and he's not going to call that, which is respectable. It's frustrating, I think, for both coaches at times, but I think he's made that adjustment, judging by it's a situational adjustment, if you will. Butterfield ropes that one foul.
Little foul right into the batting cage. I like it, Scott Butterfield.
And again, the other thing is when you throw that hard, it's a lot easier to get a lot more power on it. And if you hit something, it's going to go farther. 3-2 count. Christopher here in a tough spot. Arguably one of the biggest at-bats of the day. If it's not going to be him, it's going to be Jack Dem, who's got the biggest at-bat of the day, or one of the biggest, and then after him, Brad Gardner. And so this is a very favorable, the more you think about it, it's a favorable situation for the Saints. They've got 3 tries to knock at least one of these guys in, and it's a win. Reality is, right, maybe you don't win the game in this inning, but at least you got to get something here. And that was a momentum shift. And then you take advantage of it in the
3-2.
Top foul.
That might have been a ball, but you can't risk not swinging at anything that was that close. But I thought that was going to be outside.
I like that if I'm Butterfield. You got to swing at that.
You got to swing.
I mean, the only thing that's bad here if you put it in play is a pop. I mean, a double play, you at least score 1 run, unless the play's at home. So a short ground ball that is a play at home is available, or a pop up. The only 2 ways where you put the ball in contact where you got an issue. Got him. Big time pitch from Christopher. Blew it by him. And you love that at bat though if you're the Saints. I mean,
absolutely. I'll take it. Hey, don't go down, watching. At least he went down swinging. I like it.
He went down swinging. May have been a ball, but I mean, it may have also been a strike at the same time, right? You can't afford that. You know the stakes. And in the scheme of things, with Brad Gardner on deck, I mean, that's the guy who will make or break, I think, this inning. We'll see what happens with them here. This is a big moment for the junior. Takes low, checked, it didn't go around. Did not go around. Yeah.
No swing, no swing.
1-0 count to them. Bases loaded here for Gardner. Could be a scary thought here if you're Christopher, considering what Gardner did to his fastball. I'd honestly rather walk a run than give up a grand slam, because
absolutely,
you throw 90 in front of Gardner, it's down the middle, he's making you pay for it, as you nearly just saw a few innings ago as Rakes robbed him of a homer. Pop foul, 1-1. Christopher taking his time here. 1 out, bases loaded, 1-1 count. Big moment here. Saints got to come away with something here. This is a strike. Got to swing at that. That is not one you can take if you're Jack Dem. That is
it's
right
a good
down
pitch.
Broadway.
Low fastball. Yeah, low fastball right at his knees.
But it's down the middle. That is something that is you got to swing at in this situation. 1-2 count. Christopher.
It's high. Yep.
Fairly high. 2-2. Right. If it's high and inside are two spots where you do not want to really swing here for the Saints. It's difficult to get around that when it's coming that hard. Outside you can hit, inside and low. Sorry, no, low you can hit. Just inside and high are the two spots where I think that you got. You might want to avoid swinging there as big time base hit from Jack Dem. Big moment. One run's gonna score. Knighton's gonna hold. And the Saints get one run, and that is a big-time base hit from Jack Dem and a big-time moment. It's the 9-hitter for the Saints who knocks in the first run.
Great piece of hitting by Jack Dem. Inside out, right up the middle, right past the pitcher. That's exactly what we needed. Now we have the top of the lineup up in the USC commit.
Someone who, keep in mind, got robbed of a homer in his last at-bat against Christopher. And a pitch he absolutely annihilated. So, with the Saints, there great potential here to either tie or go up right here. And this is the guy you want. The Saints takes that one just a little bit high.
That looked like a little bit of a breaking ball that time.
It did.
Didn't it?
Took a little off of that, and I think he knows that he's gonna. You cannot just throw. You cannot throw Garner a fastball down the middle. He got lucky last time he did that, and he knows it. He saw that. He saw his light flash before his eyes when he hit that near home run.
There it is. It gets away.
And that's going to score. We're tied. Henry Knighton comes around to score on a wild pitch, and we are tied at 2.
Finally stringing some plays together. Got some walks, got some people on base, got a little mojo going, and now we see what we got.
And it's Brad Garner, again, still now second and third. Bases not loaded. Saints here got a chance to pull away.
And they put Bradley on. I would have did the same thing.
Yep, there's no.
They challenged Wally Jones now. Wally just stepped in and threw some big pitches on the mound. They challenge him here.
He's feeling it.
We've been saying all day, time for the sophomores to grow up, right?
This is
Let's
no
go.
better chance. No better chance. The junior just grew up. You see him, the big-time base hit right there. You make him a senior right now. Might as well already give him that junior graduation thing after that big-time. That was a mature base hit right there.
That's right.
Biggest moment of the day, and Jack Dem steps up.
Ooh.
Fouled off into the visiting bullpen. Christopher won his last at-bat against Jones. If you're coach of the, you think you can do the same here. 0-2 to Jones. Knighton on deck. Knighton got a double off Christopher last time. He's been exceptional today. So even if Jones is not able to make Christopher pay, Charlie Knighton is more than capable behind him. But Raleigh Jones here, all he's got to do is put the ball in play, not pop it up. And Saints looking at a good spot here, chance to take the lead. Moves inside, good expecting. And popped. Oh, cannot make the play. That's an error. And the Saints take the lead.
E6.
As Charlie Knighton comes up, base is still loaded. Big time error. Jackson Ingram cannot make the play. It's got to be a frustrating moment for the shortstop. And Saints here looking at a revenge game against Miller. They could be taking this one. After Miller beat them on in a frustrating one last time, Saints come back from a 2-0 deficit.
Still a long way to go, though, Austin. It's only the bottom of the 6th. Still a long way to go.
But this is a good spot at the end of the Saints, considering the bases are loaded. Nice play by the catcher, Caffarello, and it's 1-0 to Charlie Knighton. He doubled last time against Christopher.
Sometimes the toughest out to get is the next one. So even though we may only need 3, it's tough to get 3 against a good team like this. But I would love some more insurance runs right here. I'll tell you that much.
Absolutely. And you got a 3 and 4 up to do it. Knighton and Neely. And that's grounded in. Ingram's going to make the play. Could turn 2.
You got
and
it.
He does.
You got 2.
We're not going to get the insurance run. Great play from Ingram. How do you bounce back from an error? And the lead is just 1. Unfortunate roll on that one. Just does not Nice play by Ingram. And in that chaotic inning, the Saints take the lead 3-2. I'm sorry for not updating the scoreboard. That was a very hectic inning. Saints now up 3-2 as we head to the top of 7. And the Saints here got a chance to walk away with the win as Wally Jones comes back out there for the save when we come back. And welcome back. Top of the 7th, Wally Jones, who I believe since he filled in for Gray with a chance to get the win here for the Saints. Big part of this ball game as he faces Jackson Rosales, who does not have a hit on the day. Matter of fact, I believe only 2 hits on the day. Two or three hits.
Three hits, I think, for Miller. Yep.
I think 3.
That's what we have. We're unofficial up here.
Yeah.
We're official, but we're unofficial. But we're official.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
I think two to three hits. I think 3. And as now Rosales comes up the bat, he nearly had a hit for them. Great play from Knight and Rob, though.
That's what you need right there.
Strikes, yeah.
I like that.
Walks.
Throw strikes, make them hit it.
And that's it now 0-1 count. Jones here stepping in a big moment. See if the sophomore's up for the occasion. Throws. That's a little errant. 1-1 count. Even though if Miller does tie this game up or takes the lead, Saints will get a chance in the bottom of the 9th, but they can end things here. As Jones grounded, Dem, throw to first, Butterfield.
That's fitting.
Makes
Jack
right
Dem
there. Jack Dem
with
has
the
been
big hit
hero.
and coming up with a big defensive stop. 2 more outs.
2 more outs, and Jones got, I think, either walked on one at bat, struck out on the other. We'll see what he does here in a big moment in the top of the 7th. Saints here with a chance to get 2 outs for Ingram. Ingram has been a problem for the Saints. Got on base a lot. Hits him. Cannot afford that. That is a Ryan Jones has not. Watching Jones's at bats so far, he has not been. I'd say is probably the least capable hitter on that lineup of great hitters. In a lineup of great hitters, and now Jackson Ingram, who has managed to get on base a lot, comes up the bat, and you want to definitely get out of this before McMullen comes out.
I'm really hoping for a double play ball here.
I'm hoping for that.
That's the only bright spot we have right now in this situation.
Fouled. I mean, Rakes is a capable hitter, but you just want to avoid McMullen and you want to avoid Yoder because those 2 guys can rip.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens here as it's a 0-1 count to Ingram. 1-1. Fouled off.
That came back here to us. I got a little nervous. I'm not going to lie. I'm not a big baseball guy in terms of, I'm glad we're behind the fence, let's just say.
Didn't bring a glove on you, Coach?
No, sir. Don't have my glove on me.
Well, we have this nice fence ahead of us to protect us. And Jones thought he had him, but not. Too outside.
We got a good view.
That was well
Connor
outside.
did a good job bringing the glove back.
Bring it back in.
Yeah,
well
but
outside.
it wasn't there.
It was not going to fool.
It wasn't there. Calm down, Saints over there.
2-2 count. All he needs is one more. And get a ball on our foul off there. Ingram did a great job keeping his first at-bat, and the first at-bat of the game, elongated with a lot of foul balls and a lot of very selective hitter. Not the guy you really want up the bat here in the Saints in this clutch moment, because he's been great at getting on base. You cannot ask for a more talented leadoff hitter. Made a big error, but answered in the play after. Turned the double play to get out of that 6th inning. Though he did make an error that led in the go-ahead run.
Another good at bat here. Ingram's a good player.
He is. He's and 2-2 count. He's does a great job keeping this alive. Inside.
Got him.
Strike 3.
Inside pitch. 2
down for Rake, and the Saints are 1 out away of avenging their loss against Miller early in the year. This would be a big-time win for the Saints and a hard-earned, hard-fought win. And it was missed opportunities for the Saints at times, but in the end, they score 3 in the 6th. Miller makes a couple careless mistakes in that inning. Wild pitch from Christopher and an error from Ingram. And Saints up 2-3. We'll see what happens.
Strike. Inside.
Nice pitch from Jones. Rakes the second. Robbed Bradley Garner of a home run. He's been great defensively. See what he does here. Ripped, just foul. That could have been a problem.
2 strikes.
2 strikes, 0-2 count to Rakes. Wally Jones, potentially 1 pitch away from getting what would be a strikeout to bring this game to an end and a Saints victory.
A pitch that tails away from Rakes here may get it done. He may go swinging forward, and we may get out of here if Wally has that in his bag. Does he have something that can
a nice breaking ball?
just get away from him?
It's shown. He's shown the breaking ball a little bit.
There it is.
I don't know if the last pitch of the
Close.
game, you're not going to get a call like that.
Close.
They're not going to let a great, hard-fought game be
I would throw another one, though. I'll tell you that much. I'd throw another one.
I'd throw a breaking ball.
You think so?
I'd throw someone off speed. Make him chase. Got it. There's no harm otherwise.
You went inside with it. Yep, you went inside with it.
But it was 2 inside and 2 low. 2-2 count. Got to get Rakes out here. That you do not want to race the second out here. You do not want to face McMullen.
Nice pitch.
And 2-2, fouled off. Jones has had his work cut out for him. Rip. There's a base hit. Big time hit right there from Rakes the second. And McMullen will get a chance after all. Nice hit right there from Rakes the second.
Great defense and right by Willie Hurt, getting that ball back into the infield to keep Jones at second. And here's a guy who we didn't want to see.
And McMullen already got a hit today. He's now at first base, McMullen. He helped Rex Roeder throw a very solid outing. Go-ahead run is Rakes on first. Tying run is Jones on second. Infield helps calm Jones down. Jones, see how he handles this. 2 runners on, 2 outs. Tying run at second. Strike 1 inside corner. A little off speed there from Jones, and he's got him with strike 1. McMullen. Jones. Outside. 1-1 count.
I tell you, we haven't talked much about this. Joseph Connor is a great catcher.
He is only a sophomore.
Man,
he is calm, cool,
great.
collected.
He has great range. He has great arm. He doesn't let a lot of balls get by him. Very important.
And he plays with maturity, not seen by many sophomore catchers. Like he knows what pitches to call. He doesn't let the moment get the best of him. He knows how to, and you've seen that maturity I think grow all year behind the plate. He's gotten progressively better with the signal calling and everything, and the leadership needed in that position all year. Fouled off, 2-2. Another 2-2 count for Jones. Difficult to get difficult seeing being able to get McMullen out with a strikeout here, but there's a chance he puts the ball in play and it takes a favorable roll. Strikeout obviously would be ideal. Gets him to chop that one. Unfortunately, foul. That might have helped the Saints. Could have been a nice play at third. Two. Does not get that call. And he will not get that call, yeah.
Outside, Coach Simondera. I love you, buddy, but outside.
It's outside,
we got
and it's a
view.
critical moment in this game. They're not going to
view.
end the game on that call.
No.
That would be infuriating, I think, the Miller team. Yeah, Jones been taking a pretty comfortable lead there at second.
Yeah, I was about to say a pickoff would be nice, but we don't want to throw the ball away either in the center field and give up a run.
No, but you want him to keep him close enough so if the ball does take a bounce to third, you can easily make that play.
Right.
Runners go.
Ooh.
Fouled off his bat and off of him.
That might have been hitting him.
That it would have. Not
I
getting
think
that bat
so.
around.
Yeah, I think so. I think that would have hit him.
And that may have been a little bit of hubris there on McMullen's part to think that he can get around and make the play himself.
Goodness.
3-2 count. Full count. Yeah, got to keep Jones back on second. He really wants that lead, and he really wants to take it. And he knows that he probably won't throw, but that the Saints will not throw back. But at the same time, walk, bases loaded for the cleanup hitter, Sam Yoder, and we'll see if Coach Simondera he's going to trust the sophomore.
Again, this is our 4th game this week. I don't know what he really has left. I don't know what choice he has.
He's
going to come out, but
might have a few guys.
He maybe has a few guys that can throw, a few pitches. It's only one batter left, hopefully. But what you have to worry about is if they score and then we have to come back or go into extras. Now you can't bring that pitcher back in. So
yeah, well, Jones is done for the day.
So Jones is done. Okay.
And we'll see. I believe Bradley Gardner.
Bradley's been in this position before to come in and throw one pitch to get us out of here. Remember that game? What game was that?
And it
was one pitch.
Really close game.
Yeah, he threw one pitch and it was over.
Out. And I forget what team it was, unfortunately. But he is capable in these relief situations.
Yeah. So a lot of changes here. Wally's coming out. Willie Hurt is changing the glove.
Willie Hurt's going to play short. He's done that some. Normally when they bring Brad in, they move Hurt to short.
Okay.
I wonder where that'll put
Where's
Deb.
Butterfield? Okay, Gray is in. I don't know if Gray has been in.
Jacob Gray's going to go in to left.
Wally's going back to first.
Wally, should go back to first. Knighton should be back at second.
Okay.
Yes, that is going to be the... And I think Dem will be at third. The question is, where does that put Knighton?
Knighton is going to right. Yep, he's going to right. Man, like musical chairs here.
It is. It's a lot of pitching rotation. Definitely a lot to do with 2 outs in this inning, but the Saints really want to hold on to this one. And I think it's the right call. Jones was great last inning, but unfortunately to face the cleanup hitter, Saints may need a little bit more, and I think that Garner has been incredible when he is on the mound.
In these situations, for sure, I agree with you.
He is not like definitely someone you want to throw a whole game or start, but it's someone you can more than happily rely on to close out a game.
Well, what a game on this Saturday, I tell you.
It has been
well-played game.
Both sides, and we could have more to go, Coach.
I know. I like doing this. This is fun, but I'm ready for it to be over if we can get a win here. That'd be great. That'd be great. We get in there right here.
And I think that, again, the sooner it ends, the better it bodes for the Saints, because
that's right.
Walk ties the game, base hit ties the game. The longer it goes on, the more difficult the Saints situation becomes.
Yeah.
And a hit here either gives Miller the lead or a tie. If it's a tie and you're the Saints, you're okay with that. Right, you can make plays, you can bounce back.
Well, as a coach, I tell you what, we have one captain. He's a senior, Bradley Garner.
He's on the mound.
He's on the mound.
Yeah.
Like that's hey, this is our best guy. We throw him out there. Whatever happens, happens. We live with it. So I'm confident with Brad out there.
I am too. He's great in these situations. However, he has his work cut out for him. Sam Yoder has one of the few hits so far today. He is a very capable hitter. And we will see what he does here. Bases loaded. Jones on third. Rakes the second on second, and McMullen on first. Garner throws low. Ball one. Does not like the call, but it's understandable. Garner comes back, throws. Strike right down the middle. No question about that. If you don't like a call, throw one right down the middle. You're not going to shouldn't have much debate. There's nothing. There's no way that was not a strike. That was right down the middle. He got the right call, and another one fouled off.
There's two.
1-2. This got to be a breaking ball here for the Saints. You got to end things. And you're exactly right. Right, you've put the game in the hands of your captain. Pitching may not be his primary role, but it is in his hands, and he is the most experienced guy on this team, other than Charlie Knighton.
It's close.
Just high.
High, a little wide.
I think breaking ball would have been the way to go there. Keep it low in the middle of the plate. But we'll see how Runner handles this. Inside, breaking ball fouled off.
They went over there where we thank the St. Catherine's. I think the St. Catherine's softball team over there giving us the support.
They came out
giving
and
the boys some
supported
support.
today on
That's awesome.
Saturday afternoon.
I love that. That's awesome.
I believe they won their senior day game in a decisive fashion.
All right.
So, they're watching Saints baseball.
Yep, same pitch. It's the same pitch that has been happening. It's the same pitch that has been thrown. And you got to give it to the umpire. He's consistent. It's off the plate to that. Yeah. It's not a strike. Yeah, it's not a strike. Yeah.
Garner. Knighton, great play. Got him, and that's going to do it. The Saints are going to win. Bradley Garner comes in for one pitch and gets that final out. The Saints are going to win.
Great job by Bradley Garner. Great job, Henry Knighton, taking his time and making that play to Wally Jones. I tell you, it's multiple heroes today, Austin. Multiple heroes of the game. Jack Dim, Henry Knighton, Wally Jones, Bradley Garner. And that's what you want. You want a team effort. And the boys gave a team effort today to beat a quality Miller School.
Exceptionally on the mound for Christian Gray. He's been great.
Yep.
Rex Roeder played a phenomenal 4 innings. The Saints were able to keep up with Christopher in some big moments. And in the end, Miller made a few mistakes. The Saints capitalized, some good base running, and had some missed opportunities early on. But in the end, when it came down to it, Saints capitalized on everything.
Absolutely.
And earned a hard-fought win in epic fashion.
It definitely took us a while to get going, get the bats going, and get some people on base. We actually had people on base consistently. We just couldn't string together enough runs or enough hits to be able to bring somebody around. But we finally did enough to get things going, and I'm proud of the guys. This is a big win here heading into the last weekend I believe it's Woodbury next week for baseball. I believe is the last week for them. I think it's a double.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure it's a double hitter with Woodbury next week. We haven't played them yet. That's the only prep league team that we haven't faced. So we play Woodbury, and then we see where we go from there. The loss to St. Stephen's hurt, but obviously the win here against Miller is going to help. So I think we had a good week.
It's been a great week even. I'd say that, right, yes, there were some tough losses, but you won more than you didn't show up the way I think they even wanted to against Fork Union. I think they wanted, talking to the baseball guys, they wanted to blow them out of the water. Unfortunately, did not happen. But in the end of the day, they finished the week, I believe, 3-1, which is a very, again, you go through a lot of pitchers. It's a very good to have. You got a lot of energy, have the guys out there running to celebrate the victory. But in the end, right, you got some momentum from this week. You've won the last 3. You're playing a lot better. I think the guys are putting the bat on the ball a lot better. They're knowing to seek out their pitches. They're doing a lot of things right. Christian Gray's continued to been excellent. Henry Knighton's been excellent. Your young guys are stepping up. They're being able to do more with the lineup because some of the older guys are even stepping up. John Miles, Jacob Gray. This is a great point for this team. And when we head into states and preps and all of that, this team looks more than ready.
Well, that's what we say as a coach, right? We always say, hey, yeah, you're a freshman, you're a sophomore, but by the end of the year, yeah, you're a sophomore, you're a junior. You've been here for 2 or 3 months. You should know the drill. We don't treat you like a freshman. We don't treat you like a sophomore anymore. And those guys really stepped up. And, again, kudos to Jack Dim as well, big hit. And then Bradley Garner shutting it down as he should, senior captain. So,
yeah, a great game today. I'm Austin Levin with Coach Lewis. Thank you all for tuning in. Saints win 3-2 over Miller.